New details this morning about the arrest of prominent Sydney broadcaster Alan Jones. It's now been revealed the former 2GB radio host was just days away from leaving Australia on a long-planned trip to the United States when police swooped on his luxury harbourside apartment yesterday morning. The 83-year-old has been charged with 24 offences against 8 alleged victims spanning 2 decades. The youngest of the alleged victims was 17 years of age. And we're also told this morning a star Olympic athlete is among those 8 alleged victims as well. Joining me now to take us through it is defence lawyer Michael Kuzilny. Great to have you with us. Take us through the charges and what they mean essentially.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, everybody. Look, the first thing we've got to remember, I suppose, we can't be judge and jury. The allegations at this stage. However, we've got a very good legal system, probably one of the best in the world, but very serious charges. There's 24 charges containing groping, kissing, touching, and for viewers, not sexual intercourse, no penetration, but nevertheless very serious. 8 victims, as you said, over 18 months, and certainly in a jail term territory, Matt.
OK, so he has been released on bail, has denied all charges, is expected to appear in court on December 18. What happens then?
18th of December is the first date, the mentioned date. Downing Court in Sydney. This will be the first day the charges are listed. Prosecutors will decide which charges will proceed. Timelines are given when the brief of evidence is served. But look, I'm curious to see how he will plead. Of course, his defence team say these matters will be vigorously contested, but we've got to remember it's not just one victim, there's 8. You know, 8 people who are courageous and heroic enough to come forward to police, and they've got to give sworn evidence. So really, to win a case like this, you've got to say that each one of those 8 people has not given correct evidence. But it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. It'll be a media frenzy for many months, and there'll be lots of adjournments, but very serious charges and very courageous and heroic victims.
Yeah, we saw some of that media attention yesterday. The alleged offences date back to 2001. How hard is it to establish a case going back that far?
Look, as New South Wales Chief Commissioner Karen Webb announced yesterday, there is some difficulty in getting evidence, but no case is too difficult to investigate. So the New South Wales Police encouraged any other victims to come forward. And in my view, with the energy and the media attention this case has received, there's a real likelihood other victims will come forward, especially with the offending being over a 20-year period, Matt.
Right, that'll be interesting to see if that does happen. Are there any chances he could be detained?
Look, there's a possibility he could be detained. At the moment, he's on conditional bail. He's not allowed to frequent international airports. He had to surrender his passport. He's not allowed to interfere with witnesses. Look, I doubt it very much, but if any of those bail conditions are breached, he will be detained. But he's now on bail, and he's got to stay in his luxury apartment at Circular Quay until further notice.
Michael, do we know why police decided to take Jones into custody now?
Look, I think it was the right time. Obviously, a police investigation like this is very complex and very structured and very organised. A strike force investigated this matter for 9 months. And obviously, before the raid, the warrant was carried out, the evidence had to be ready. So some very dedicated and courageous detectives from the New South Wales Child Abuse Unit investigated this case, then had some legal advice, internal legal advice, to do the warrant yesterday. So that's it was coordinated, the evidence was achieved, statements were pertained, and then a raid was conducted at the house to seek further evidence.
OK, Michael Kuzilny, thank you so much for your time, and no doubt we'll get you back in throughout the case.
Thank you very much.